What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 Heart of Healthcare 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series has the Kansas Speedway, a 1.5-mile racetrack that always puts on some fantastic and great racing with multi-groove racing throughout the event, and always usually some really good finishes at the end the Truck Series races at Kansas Speedway. The last time we run at Kansas, we saw Corey Heim sweep the event in 2024. He'll be looking to come back this time around and pick up his fourth win of 2025 and his third straight win at Kansas Speedway in the Craftsman Truck Series. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So weather for this weekend is looking extremely promising. It's going to be 78 degrees as a high with 50 degrees as a low with a 0% chance of rain with sunny skies. Going to be some really nice weather out in Kansas. You're not going to have any clouds in the air, and the weather definitely really good. Excited about that. No rain in the forecast like it's been the last couple of years. Good weather definitely for this weekend at Kansas Speedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who will not run really well at the track. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run who I think will have a good run this weekend or are really good at this type of track under fun equipment. And I do my winner's pick, the driver who thinks is going to win the race overall. And I do the drivers you need to watch out for, and usually for the Truck Series and Xfinity Series, I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 Heart of Healthcare 200? My first suck pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver of the 1 truck for Tricon Garage, Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones has been exceptional in the NASCAR Xfinity Series this year, and he's been able to win here previously in Xfinity competition. However, that 1 truck has generally been very slow, whether it's William Walsh behind the wheel, whether it is, of course, Lawless Allen behind, or Brandon Jones, it really doesn't matter. The 1 team has been struggling immensely throughout the early portion of the season, and I just don't trust this 1 truck at the point. I think that the Tricon team has had a lot of speed throughout the year so far, but I just don't really think Brandon Jones is going to be a major factor. I think he's going to struggle quite a bit. I think he's going to be good when we come here for the Xfinity Series later in the year, but I think he's going to struggle in the truck race and not run really well this weekend at Kansas Speedway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver of the 5 truck for Tricon Garage, Tony Breidinger. I picked Tony Breidinger as a suck pick in a lot this year so far because she has just generally been way off the pace compared to where I thought she was going to be. She's been one of the slowest trucks on the racetrack. She was the slowest truck on pace this past week at Texas Motor Speedway in the Craftsman Truck Series, and she just hasn't seemed to be getting a lot better. I get that a year or 2 ago, she had a top 15 or top 20 at this track, but I just don't trust her going into the weekend. It's been a rough time for her in the Truck Series so far. I don't think things are going to change. I don't see any improvement from her at the moment. She's been getting worse, I think, throughout the year. So I think she's going to struggle and not have a really strong run this weekend at Kansas Speedway. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 Heart of Healthcare 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Caden Honeycutt. Caden Honeycutt has been having a pretty solid start to the 2025 year, but has also had some bad luck early in the season. And in last year's spring race, he had one of the strongest trucks. If I remember correctly, I think he won a stage last year and was in contention against guys like Corey Heim to go for the win. I think he's going to be a major factor to maybe even get a win this weekend in that 45. Plus, the 45 truck has won previously with Ross Chastain back in 2019. I think Caden's actually going to have a really strong chance to get a good run. I think he might get a top 5 this weekend at Kansas Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver 13 truck for Thorsport Racing, Jake Garcia. Jake Garcia in 2025 has been way better than he was in 2024. He, of course, got a runner-up finish at Rockingham, and he was having a really good run at Texas Motor Speedway as well. I think especially with the speed that he's showing, I could see him having a chance and opportunity maybe get a top 5. I think the speed's generally been there. I think there's been times he's even been better than Ty Majeski this year. So I think that he is actually going to have a pretty strong run. I think Jake Garcia contends, and I think there may be a good chance and opportunity that he gets another top 10 in 2025 this weekend at Kansas Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 Heart of Healthcare 200. Who am I picking to win? My winner's pick for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is pretty much a no-brainer. This guy has already won so far this year, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And he's been the fastest driver so far throughout the early portion of the year. Plus, he's won the most previous 2 races in the Truck Series here. I'm going with the driver, the 11th truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim, to pick up his 4th Truck Series win of 2025 and also his 15th career Craftsman Truck Series win. Corey Heim has been exceptional at Kansas Speedway. This is one of his best tracks that he runs at. He's won here twice, and he's finished no worse than 4th in the 4 or 5 races he ran here as a full-time driver. He's been really, really good here. He's won here quite a bit. He's going to, of course, run in the Cup Series race with 20-11, beat teammates of Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Riley Herbst in that event. But I think Corey Heim's going to get it done. I think the experience is really going to help him. I think Corey Heim gets it done. I think he will be able to pick up another victory this weekend at Kansas Speedway and get win number 4 of the year. And now we're going to jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Kansas. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Kansas is a driver of the 07 truck for Spire Motorsports, William Byron. Originally, Connor Zilich was supposed to drive this truck this weekend, but of course he's sitting out because of the injury currently at the moment. William Byron did run in the 7 truck earlier this year at Martinsville, was never really a major factor, and I think Spire's been a little bit down in pace this year, but I think if there's anyone that can really take this team to the next level, it is William Byron. He, of course, has a chance to win his first ever Cup Series championship this year. He's going to have a good chance to do it. He's also, I believe, won here in the Truck Series back in 2016. I think he'll have a good chance and opportunity to win this weekend at Kansas. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver of the 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Carson Hocevar. Outside of the guy who won the race, Corey Heim, last week at Texas, I think Carson had the fastest truck, and he is a previous winner in the Truck Series back in 2023. I think Carson's going to have a good chance to get it done. He's been really strong in the Cup Series this year, and I think he's been one of the stronger drivers of Spire. The only 2 I think that have been generally better when they've been behind the wheel, having Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch, who both, of course, have gone to victory lane. I think that Carson will have a great chance to get it done. I think he'll have a fast enough car to be a big factor for the win at Kansas. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Kansas is a driver of the 34 truck for Front Row Motorsports, Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs, in my opinion, has been one of the few guys all year that's been able to keep up with Corey Heim on speed. While he doesn't have all the finishes to show for, including getting caught up in a crash at Texas, I think he could have contended with Corey Heim for the win last week at Texas. I think the speed's been there for that number 34 machine. I think he's going to have a great chance to get it done. I think he'll be a major factor in serious contender to go to victory lane. I think he'll be up front going for the win, definitely for sure, this weekend at Kansas Speedway. And the fourth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Kansas Speedway is a driver of the 18 truck for McAnally Hogeman Racing, Tyler Ankrum. Tyler Ankrum, of course, a couple weeks back got the win at Rockingham Speedway. And look, Tyler Ankrum has been exceptional in the Craftsman Truck Series this year as he's having a career year at this point. He's in the top 5 in the regular season standings. I think he's got a good chance to win. He's been really good at tracks like Kansas in the past. The mile and a half are one of his bread and butter types of tracks. He's been the strongest McAnally Hogeman driver on a pretty big consistent basis. I think Tyler Ankrum will be a factor, definitely, to get his second win in 2025 this weekend at Kansas Speedway. So, those are my race picks for the 2025 Heart of Healthcare 200 at Kansas. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Brandon Jones, Tony Breidinger. My underdog picks are Caden Honeycutt, Jake Garcia. My winner's pick is Corey Heim. And the ones to watch out for, William Byron, Carson Hocevar, Lane Riggs, and Tyler Ankrum. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Heart of Healthcare 200 at Texas Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please, at Kansas, I should say. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Link in the description below that, and combo your picks below for this weekend's Truck Series race. Who are your picks? Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Kansas. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we are going to have the race picks for the NASCAR Cup Series race for the Advent Health 400 at Kansas, and we're also going to have the paint skin video dropping as well. If any major news breaks tomorrow, we'll discuss it live. On Friday, if there's not a NASCAR news video, there will be a silly season update dropping. I'm leaning toward there maybe being a silly season update tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. Then, of course, on Saturday, we're going to have reactions to the Truck Series race and also Cup qualifying, and, of course, some other stuff as well. And then, of course, we will have some other videos coming Sunday, like the Cup review and also the starting lineup video as well. And then Monday, we should have a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel. Got content coming up, people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Cards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Walls, Clay Safari, Matt Benedetto, Frankie Muniz, Connor Zillis, Jr. Motorsports, and many other people in the industry like Eric Almirola and Chandler Smith as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.